I will go through King Solomon's kingship, tracking the gods of King Solomon. The 12 bulls are the 12 signs of the zodiac. The bulls are also the gods King Hiram imported to Israel. 1. The bull, Ashtaroth. 2. The bull, Moloch. 3. The bull, Baal. And 4. The bull, Saturn. The celestial bull of heaven, Taurus, is the god of heaven. Their system works with the celestial bull Taurus, in the center of the zodiac. The cup-bearer Aquarius, and the golden cup of the harlot, is the original, golden basin, of Ashtaroth, and the sea of knowledge, is the original, the sea of brass. Two years before Solomon becomes a king, the bull, Ashtaroth, rises out of the bull, the negative sign, Capricorn. The bull, Moloch, returns in Leo. Remember, in Canaan, the 12 signs of the zodiac are the 12 bulls, not to be confused with the Greek, or Babylonian, Egyptian symbols we have today. The Jewish system identified the 12 signs by a colored stone, which each of the 12 tribes identified themselves with. The 12 bulls are the circling zodiac. I will go through King Solomon's entire life, and tracking the evening star, and the gods of Israel, their rising and settings. The bull, Ashtaroth, rises out of the bull of heaven. She crosses the zodiac, and sets in the negative sign, Scorpio. The bull Baal is setting in Scorpio Sagittarius, at the same time with the bull Ashtaroth. The three tribes of Israel, Dan, Scorpio, Ephraim, Sagittarius, Asher, Capricorn, are the main signs, and would be the main tribes, or the high priests. The three tribes, which are the heads of the system, the very high priests of Israel, who wore the golden breastplate, the tribe of Benjamin, Aquarius, the golden basin, the tribe of Levi, Pisces, the sea of brass, the tribe of Gad, Aries, the sacrificial lamb. The bull, Saturn, sets in the bull, Cancer. The sign Cancer is to keep walking back and forth on the same path. And the bull, Moloch, crosses from the bull, Virgo. And the bull, Baal, sets in the negative sign the bull, Sagittarius. The bull, Ashtaroth, rises out of the golden basin, across the sea of brass, travels the bulls, and sets between Cancer and Gemini, the dual nature of Ashtaroth. The three tribes, which are on the opposing side of the zodiac, the tribe of Simeon, Gemini, the tribe of Reuben, Cancer, the tribe of Judah, Leo. The tribe of Naphtali, Libra, are the high priests of Ashtaroth, weights and balances, tributes and payments. The bull, Ashtaroth, is rising out from Cancer, which means walking the same path, and Gemini, dual nature, good and evil. The bull, Baal, he is setting in the Sea of Brass. And the head of all the tribes, the tribe of Issachar, Taurus, because Taurus is the celestial bull of heaven. And as you can see, the zodiac moves like a great dragon, or serpent, over the earth. And the bull, Baal, is setting in the bull, the lamb. In King Hiram, his system, all the gods pass through the celestial bull, two horns, because of the longitude and latitude of where Jerusalem is situated relative to the ecliptic. It is interesting why this location in particular, compared to the Babylonians and Assyrians, and Hittite longitude and latitude, and topography. The tribe of Zebulun, Virgo, are the high priests of Ashtaroth, marking the return of her retrograde cycle, at harvest time. And the bull, Baal, is setting in the celestial bull's horns, and Baal is chief. Only 5 to 6 years into King Solomon's rulership. The sun, showing his full power. We are at the height of equinox. I set the time at dusk, 7 to 8 p.m., keeping in mind daytime saving, of 1 hour fluctuation. And the bull, Ashtaroth, is rising out of the golden basin, and across the Sea of Brass, and sets in the lamb. This is why Jews sacrifice the lamb. And the bull, Baal, is setting between the same signs, Cancer, walking the same path, and Gemini, dual morals. And the bull, Moloch, crosses the Sea of Brass. The bull, Moloch, is the most prominent god in the sky, because his pattern is predictable. Moloch passes through the golden basin, and then over the Sea of Brass, and into the lamb, and then through the celestial bull's horns. With every passing, over the passing months or seasons, it is understandable why Moloch was highly worshipped as the main god. What you will notice is the patterns, rising out of the golden basin, with the basin full. Ashtaroth travels the zodiac and always sets in the sting of Scorpio, and its negative aspects, and setting between Cancer, which means to walking on the same path, and Gemini, the twin, dual sides, good and evil. The clock is focused with the constellation Taurus, the celestial bull, as the main god, and the other bulls, Saturn, Moloch, and Baal, are setting in the negative zodiacal signs. It repeats the same effects, same fate, same results. And again, King Hiram knew what he had formulated and calculated. The four chief gods pass through the center of the system, the celestial bull of heaven, two horns. Again, the same path, same signs. King Solomon's system is a fixed system. However, the sun moves 1 degree every 72 years, thus moving the positions of setting and rising. This system, while can guarantee a way of ruling and accumulating wealth and power, it is doomed to fail. The solar system is not a set clock, and the Earth precession also changes every 2160 years. There is only a 72-year window before the rising and setting of the morning and evening stars change. (959 BC), we are around the time the first temple has just been built. The bull, Baal, and Saturn are still setting in the sign Scorpio. What is interesting about Queen Sheba? She is the Black Madonna, who comes to Solomon, a queen with a crown of 12, and bears a child. Sheba is needed to start the new age, a new religion, new zodiac, and system. As I said, names change, but the fundamental meaning remains. How simple. To change a name removes memory. The two bulls, Saturn and Baal, are both sitting in Scorpio Sagittarius. We can see why bulls are a prominent feature in King Hiram's system. Everything is linked to the celestial bull of heaven. The bull Ashtaroth will rise up through the bull and his two horns. Moloch, Baal, and Ashtaroth have all set within the celestial bull's horns. And the bull, Saturn, is setting in Sagittarius. And the bull, Baal, is setting in Capricorn. The bull, Moloch, is crossing out of Cancer, the tribe of Reuben. The tribe of Judah makes sacrifice to Moloch. The tribe of Zebulun makes sacrifice to Moloch. The tribe of Naphtali makes sacrifice to Moloch. The bull, Baal, is setting in the Golden Basin, tribe of Benjamin. The bull Ashtaroth, she comes out of the Golden Basin, and sets in the Lamb. The tribe of Gad. And again, the great dragon, the zodiac, rolls over the whole earth, like a great serpent. King Hiram, who built the temple, and imported the gods, was indeed a master watcher of the stars. He must have spent at least a few years in Jerusalem, studying the stars, and topography, from this different longitude and latitude, and noticed Venus as a low retrograde. Mercury is seldom visible. He then would have calculated the motion of the stars, and fixed the zodiacal signs around Taurus, the celestial bull, but this is currently in the age of Aries, not the old age of Taurus. Hiram must have restated the old religion, and reinstated the old gods, administration, rites and practices and laws. The bull, Baal, is setting in the celestial bull. Lord Baal is still chief. And again, the bull, Baal, he returns in between the horns of the bull of heaven. Baal is still the chief god of Israel. The bull, Moloch, is crossing out of Virgo, the tribe of Zebulun. The bull, Baal, sets in Gemini Cancer, dual aspects and walking the same path, the tribe of Reuben. The bull, Ashtaroth, is setting in the Golden Basin, the tribe of Benjamin. The bull, Moloch, crosses out of Scorpio Sagittarius, the tribe of Ephraim, and Dan. The tribe of Gad makes sacrifice to Moloch. The tribe of Asher makes sacrifice to Moloch. The tribe of Benjamin makes sacrifice to Moloch. The tribe of Levi makes sacrifice to Moloch. The tribe of Asher makes sacrifice to Moloch. The bull, Ashtaroth, rises out of the sea of brass, and setting in Virgo, the tribe of Zebulun. The bull, Moloch, crosses out of the sea of brass, the tribe of Levi. The tribe of Levi makes sacrifice to Moloch. The tribe of Asher makes sacrifice to Moloch. The tribe of Issachar makes sacrifice to Moloch. The tribe of Simeon makes sacrifice to Moloch. The bull, Baal, is setting between Libra Scorpio, the tribe of Naphtali, and Dan. The ministers of Baal are all placed over Israel: Zebulun, Virgo, Gad, Aries, Ephraim, Sagittarius, Levi, Pisces and Benjamin, Aquarius. The bull, Moloch, is crossing out of the lamb, the tribe of Gad. The bull, Baal, is setting in Capricorn, the tribe of Asher. The bull, Saturn, is setting in the celestial bull, the tribe of Issachar. The bull, Baal, is setting in the Golden Basin, the tribe of Benjamin. The bull, Moloch, is crossing out of the celestial bull, the tribe of Issachar. The ministers of Moloch will follow the motion of Mars. This means there will be a Moloch temple placed in all the 12 tribes of Israel. The bull, Astaroth, she will demonstrate her full power. She is currently at her lowest retrograde. She will defy reasoning and logic, and push herself further. She must set in the Golden Basin before she returns to the underworld. The bull, Baal, is setting in the celestial bull. The bull, Baal, is still the chief, the tribe of Issachar. The repeating pattern is starting to change. 940 BC, we are getting near the end of King Solomon's rulership. The bull, Baal, has been setting in between the horns of the celestial bull every 10 years, but now the bull, Baal, is shifting out of the horns. The bull, Moloch, is crossing out of Leo, the tribe of Judah. The dragon is moving further northwest. The precession has changed a few degrees over the passing 40 years. The repeating pattern is starting to change. The bull, Ashtaroth, has spent the past 40 years setting in the zodiacal sign, Scorpio, but now the bull, Ashtaroth, is moving into the scales, or balances. And we can understand why the tribes of Israel began to split from the current system, because the tribe of Naphtali, Libra, will take over as high priests, from the tribe of Dan, who have been the high priests for 40 years. The bull Moloch repeats his path and will cross all three, setting negative zodiacal signs. King Hiram formed his zodiac around the winter months, and we have to understand, Israel is situated on the coast of the Mediterranean, and does not have a winter. Israel rarely has snow. However, the Solomon zodiac is focused on Capricornus, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Gemini and Cancer. The bull Ashtaroth is changing her setting. She was on the edge of Cancer at the start in 972 BC, and because of her very low retrograde, she's drifting into Gemini. This means the tribe of Reuben, Cancer, which have been the high priests of Solomon's temple for 40 years, will lose its rank as high priests, and the new rank will now fall on the tribe of Simeon, Gemini. The bull Ashtaroth is rising out of Cancer, and will set in the Scorpion, and the bull Moloch crosses out of Scorpio, Sagittarius and Capricorn, and travel through the Golden Basin, the Sea of Brass and through the bull's horns. It is understandable why the bull Moloch has such recognition and dominance in Israel and Carthage. The bull Moloch, out of all the gods, Saturn, Jupiter, Ashtaroth, the god Moloch, is the most consistent, and follows a predictable pattern. And again, Ashtaroth is changing her position. She's drifting out of Virgo into Leo. This means the tribe of Zebulun, Virgo, will lose their status, and tribe of Judah, Leo, will become the new higher-ranking high priests. The bull, Moloch, will demonstrate his full power. He is at his highest retrograde, and will travel higher and further. (931 BC), King Solomon rulership ends. In the end of the remaining years, before the rising and setting of the evening star, begins to change into different zodiacal signs, and the new king, Rehoboam, and now under the new king of Israel, the bull, Ashtaroth, now rising out of the new sign Gemini, and the zodiac has moved backward, as the rising and setting of Venus has changed due to the Earth precession.